And the problem is, I hardly finish anything I start. Last year, I launched a business and it failed. Not because nobody wanted the product, not because the product was bad. It failed because of a problem I've been struggling with most of my life. Every new idea feels exciting until the next shiny object comes along. Until the next shiny thing comes along. And for years, I kept jumping from one opportunity to another. But what happened during that business journey taught me something that completely changed how I thought about discipline. And if you're somebody that keeps breaking the promises you made to yourself, I think this might help you too. Immediately after graduation, I decided to start a bag making business. I already knew how to make bags and I knew that my internship placement to probably take time to come. So I thought to myself, why sit around when I can actually just start something for the meantime? The idea made sense, but there was just one problem. I didn't know myself that I have a history of getting excited about an idea only to abandon it halfway. I knew that this is just me, this is my life. So I was scared because I I knew that this bag business that I'm very excited about, it may also face the same fate. So I was scared that if I start this business, it's just going to end like the others. I'm just going to abandon it halfway. Honestly, that's this thoughts about my history with this plane. It made me scared. I got scared and I was tired of being that girl, that person that always abandoned things halfway and needed a change. So before I even completed the business plan, I did something unusual. I made it public. I created a page. I told people about it. I invited friends, strangers to follow the page. I told them that I'm working on something big and the launch was coming through. Now, looking back, I think that decision changed everything because when my usual distraction started showing up, I couldn't just walk away because too many people already knew. Like a lot of people knew about this idea already. So I can't just disappear. I can't just walk away. What will I tell them? Like some friends were already asking me, "Hi, Andy, what's taking time now? The launch, why is it not coming? We are still waiting." No, it was embarrassing. Like only the thought of just disappearing like I usually do, it was embarrassing. Because all these people that I've told, what will I tell them? How will they see me? I just woke up one morning, told them about something, and then all of a sudden I'm not doing it again. The thought was embarrassing. The thought alone was embarrassing. And for the first time, quitting didn't just mean disappointing myself. This time around, it means embarrassment. And strangely enough, that kept me going. I couldn't stop. I couldn't quit. I couldn't abandon the project because my dignity, embarrassment was on the line. And this is where I'm going to. I'm not saying that you should announce every idea you have even before you have planned it. I mean, sometimes it can do more harm than good. But there's just something powerful about accountability. There's something powerful about knowing that your words are attached to your action, and that is accountability. Because of the pressure, I actually continued going. I continued working, and I eventually finished the products. I finished the project. I completed the business plan, and I finally launched it. Actually, that business didn't become the success story I imagined. But something more important happened, and that is me. I changed. After that, I kept wondering. I kept wondering because why was I willing to disappoint myself like 1,000 times? Why was I willing to abandon any promise I made to myself without caring much? But the moment people knew about it, I couldn't. Like, I was seriously wondering about this. And while I was wondering all these things, it hit me. Like, maybe I've spent years breaking my own promises that I don't see it as a big deal again. Maybe I don't just see myself big enough to not be disappointed. I was willing to respect the commitments I made to other people, but not the one that I made to myself. And that realization, it's actually hurt. And then I realized that if I can respect the commitment made to other people, but not the one made to me, then the problem isn't discipline, it is just self-worth. The biggest lesson that failed business taught me, it wasn't about entrepreneurship, it is about self-worth. See, the day you become embarrassed to disappoint yourself, the same way you are embarrassed to disappoint others, the day you began seeing yourself worth like big enough to not be disappointed, that particular day is the day you start taking your goals serious. Because discipline is not only about working harder. Sometimes discipline can be believing that your words to yourself, it actually matters. And when that happens, everything starts to change. You'll be surprised to see how seriously you start taking yourself. You'll be surprised to see how disciplined you start becoming. Because actually, when you see yourself big enough to be disappointed, you will not want to stop what you started. If your plan is to do workout every morning you wake up, not doing that workout means disappointing yourself. And disappointing yourself means embarrassing yourself. You are big enough to not be disappointed. And that way you see that you become more dedicated to what you say you do, you become more disciplined. And that is how discipline works. So I believe somebody will find this video helpful because I wish somebody told me this before that business experience. So if you did find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share and comment. Your comments will keep me going. So bye and see you in my next video.